Hello, hello, hello. I want to apologize in advance because there is a crow who is actively wreaking havoc outside of my house. I have tried to adjust my mic settings, but I apologize if he makes a cameo. Anyway, I am super, super, super excited to be making this video for you. I've been really enjoying watching favorites videos recently, and so I thought it would be nice to make one. It's also going to be a little bit of kind of mixed in with like a little bit of a haul because I have purchased far too many things recently that I will share with you. But yeah, let's just get started. So, the first thing that I have here is I recently bought two pairs of shoes. One of them was a winner's find, which I loved, and the other I did order, but I will show you the winner's find first. So I found at Winners this freaking adorable pair of pink Doc Marten Mary Janes. For $70, I think. And I really like the broguing, or at least I think it's broguing, yeah. And they're coming up like a much peachier color on camera. But they're more of like a powdery, rosy pink. So I've been really liking these. I also, one thing about me is that I buy footwear that is too big for me, always. I have very small feet, if you cannot kind of tell. Actually, maybe you can't. But my feet are a size 6. But I always buy a 7. I just always bought too big shoes. I think it's because I've got wider feet and I don't like my toes to be like narrowed in, if that makes sense. So I still won't buy a 6, but I've started buying 6.5. Actually this is a 6, but I have 2 other pairs of Doc Martens, and they're both 7s, and it's actually been really nice to have a pair of Doc Martens in my size. It makes wearing them in a lot easier. So I've been liking that. I don't know if you can tell, I put one of those padded sticker backs on them. These are the key. You can just order like a pack for like $10. A pack of like, I don't know, 20 maybe, for $10 on Amazon. And these are lifesavers. I've purchased 2 packs of these like little sticky things now, and I've given them away. I've given whatever, because like they have saved me breaking in shoes many a time, and specifically Doc Martens. And so I feel like I need to like pass on the knowledge, because they will break your heels. So yeah, these are one pair I'm very excited about. Those were kind of just like an impulse purchase, but the next pair of shoes I did actually think about for a while and very intentionally purchase, which are these New Balances. This is actually the New Balances collaboration with Figs, which is a scrubs nursing company, I believe. Essentially, I love New Balances, as I feel like everyone does right now. They're very popular. And I bought a pair a couple of years ago, and I really like them, and I wear them a lot, but I'm going on a trip to Europe next month. It's coming up very soon. And I'm going with my boyfriend's family. And one thing that always happens every time I've ever gone on a trip is my feet break. Every time. And it's so embarrassing because I never have the right footwear. And even when I try and bring the right footwear, it never works out. And so I was like, I need to get a pair of shoes that I know will help at least a little bit. So I got these ones because I was thinking nurses have to be on their feet for a lot of the day. And I also really liked the colors that they had out, like as part of the collaboration. So I got them in the green. I feel like it's very basic, unfortunately, but I do like them. They've got the green sole. They've got anti-slip things right here. They're very, very comfortable. I'm very happy I got them. The other pair of New Balances that I have are not really that similar to these. They're kind of like a chunkier dad sneaker. So these are much more lightweight, and I really like that the back of them is just all fabric. It doesn't have that little like plastic piece that goes in that always like eventually gets displaced and tries to rip your heel. So I really like them. They're very, very comfortable. They're actually in my size. And yeah, I think they're probably the most sensible pair of shoes that I own and have ever owned. So I'm very pleased with these. They also weren't anymore. I know that Figs as like a company is supposed to be kind of like the bougier scrubs company. I think everybody makes fun of that. But I don't think these were any more expensive than regular New Balances. I think I paid, which obviously they're still expensive, but I think I paid $98 for them. And I remember my other pair, I definitely paid like something over $100, I think. I swear, I feel like it's so much money, like I'm embarrassed to admit it. My bank account is upset with me. The next thing that I got, speaking of money, actually recently has been a very expensive purchase month, as you will surely see soon. But me and Jack got a Nespresso machine. We got a really, really good deal on it. So I'm very pleased about that. It's actually kind of like a shockingly good deal. But yeah, I don't know. I obviously did not bring the coffee machine up to show you, but I did bring some pods in this little container so we could do some like rummaging sounds. Let's see. Yeah, so basically sister. She has an espresso machine that she uses all the time. And I've wanted one for a while, but I have a coffee machine at work that I just use if I want a cup of coffee. And Jack, up until now, has like actively disliked coffee. But we just got a Nespresso store in town, and when his sister was home visiting, they went to the store, and he was very enticed by this experience. And they, like, while you're in line for this, they give you, like, let you try some coffees, and he ended up actually liking the one that he tried. So he, I guess, just switched a switch in his brain that he's like, okay, I like coffee now, let's get an espresso machine. And I took very little convincing. He did his research, and we ended up getting, I don't remember what the machine is. It's the one that comes in colors. It's like the Pop Plus or something. I don't know. I got it in blue, by the way. But basically, his sister, because she is a customer there, she gave us a referral code, which allowed us to get $70 off the machine, plus 50 free pods and the little jar. So, that is obviously a very good deal in itself. And then also we split the machine between the two of us. And for us using the referral code, his sister got 50 free coffees as well. And so Jack convinced her to, that's like $50 worth of coffee. So he convinced her to pay us $20 for using the code, which is crazy. So technically she only got like $30 worth of free coffee. But that means that we got, in the end, we got, what? Because the machine itself comes with like 12 capsules or something. So like 62 pods, this carrying case, and the brand new Nespresso machine for $80, $70, something like that. $40 each, yeah. So I feel like that was bang for the buck, and I've been obsessed with it lately. Sorry for the giant ramble, but so we're kind of just trying some of the stuff out. You don't have a say on what flavors you get in the free coffee. So that's kind of the only downside, but both of us didn't really know what we liked anyway, so it is nice to just try whatever and not have to make that decision. I feel like I could do a whole ASMR video with Nespresso pods. I am obsessed with the sound of them. So next thing I have is my journal. Please forgive my not so pretty painted cover. I got bored one day and decided that I was gonna kind of decorate it. It doesn't like bother me, like I don't hate it, but it's also not something that I would particularly choose to be seen on camera. But I have been doing a lot of gratitude journaling lately. I have a very love-hate relationship with journals because I love them and I want to be good at journaling, but I'm way too much of a perfectionist that all of the time I just rip all the pages out and try and be a perfectionist, and then I never do it because it's too intimidating. But this journal, I just decided that I'm going to like let all of my kind of things go and just kind of have fun with it and make it work for me. So it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm very pleased with that element of it. I've been using it to gratitude journal a lot and also create, make like lists and stuff. I've got a video ideas page, and for thinking of things to put in this video, I was just kind of speed writing all sorts of things that I liked, physical and non-physical. And so I thought I would take this time to, number one, read some of them, but also kind of talk about things that I really enjoyed recently that aren't objects, such as gratitude journaling. I've been doing that. As far as like us trying to think of like TV shows and movies, I just rewatched the Star Wars series, although I didn't watch like the new ones like The Force Awakens and like, you know, The Last Jedi and stuff like that. I kind of just watched the prequels and then the original trilogy, and stopped there. But, which obviously I've seen them before many times, but I don't know if you can say that that's like a favorite, if it's like a favorite of life, you know. I am so sorry to all of the prequel lovers for what I'm about to say, but I grew up in a very nerdy household, and I was pretty much, I saw the prequels one time when I was a child, all three of them. But then ever since then I was like forbidden. They were forbidden for me to watch because my dad was like, this isn't Star Wars, you can't, like, don't listen to this. But my boyfriend loves the prequels, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna rewatch Star Wars and I'm gonna watch them. And I gotta say, I did not love them. I'd seen them before and remembered parts of it. I want to say I was probably 10 when I watched them. But, yeah, watching it back, I was not a fan. I did like Revenge of the Sith, though. Return of the Sith? Oh, I don't even know the name, the last one. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to like go on a little bit of a Star Wars rant there. I guess it is a favorite. But as far as shows go, a show that I've been obsessed with for a long time now, which you need to watch if you haven't. Actually, hopefully you like it, because if you don't, I'll be sad. But Taskmaster, the British, they take five comedians each season, and they basically make them do tasks. It's pretty easy to watch. All of the episodes are just free on YouTube. Like the actual like official show posts all of the episodes, and it's just so funny. And there's a new season airing right now, so we're watching that, and I'm liking that. And then, of course, there's always seasons of Drag Race airing. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race with my dad, and as of the present moment, the American Drag Race finale is the next episode coming out, but it's yet to come out. But at the same time as the American Drag Race, the latest season of UK versus the World just came out, and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was like a gem. There's obviously like so many variations of this show now that it's kind of hard to choose the ones that you like and that are just like kind of okay. But specifically, Le Grand Dame, chef's kiss, wonderful. Like, I haven't seen like drag like that in like a while that I've been like, yeah, I love this. Sorry, again, I feel like I'm rambling so much. And then I wrote this down, and it's actually just like making me laugh. I just wrote down Spencer Agnew, which if you know, you know, and if you don't, I'm sorry. But I feel like for those who don't know, I'm personally not the biggest fan of the kind of like Smosh YouTube channel. Like I'm not like a hater. It's never been something that I've like really watched a lot. But I know of the kind of cast, general thing. And for you who don't know, basically 2 of the members this April Fool's Day basically revealed that they not only were in a relationship this entire time, but they had gotten married, and because it was April Fool's Day, the internet was in like a state of things, and my best friend who loves Smosh, we just like kind of freaked out about it. And so I've kind of gone down a Smosh rabbit hole recently, and I didn't realize, like, I was like, I recognize Spencer from somewhere. And then I was like, he was on, what was it, like Clever Style? I don't know. Back when, like, you would just watch whatever was on YouTube, like Watch Mojo and stuff. I feel like he was on, like, a beauty show of some sort. And so I've kind of just become obsessed with him recently. Not really, but, he's so funny. And I was just like, oh, look at this guy. He's still around. And, like, such a weird character. But I love it. Anyway, I thought that was funny just to have, like, a list of things like, shoes, Nespresso, Spencer Agnew. Yeah, anyway. The next things that I have are my purse, which I just recently did a video, a what's in my purse video. If you want to check that out, so I won't talk about this too much today, but it's from the company Lug. It's very colorful, very large. I mean, some people have larger, but usually I have smaller, so anyway, this is just something I wanted to mention, but really the main event is actually what's in here. This is the top favorite of the year, I would say, honestly. Just let me unzip. Let me just take out my keys. My little keychain with the little cherry. I got a new car this month, and I'm very, 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 very excited. I plan on making a car sounds video, but I kind of also want to do a story time, a kind of memoriam for my previous car. I got my last car when I was just before I turned 17. And I've had it for obviously years and years and years. It was a 2007 Volkswagen Rabbit. I got it off of Kijiji. It was my teen car. It had over 230,000 kilometers on it by the time, and once a car hits 200,000, that's kind of when things start to fall apart. And so kind of there was just like so many little things and then some bigger things. Anyway, it basically was kind of a situation where I had to decide like whether or not I wanted to put more money into it. And obviously it would still be a very old car. But I would just keep putting money into it to try and keep it on the road. And who knows whether or not that would be successful or not. Or I would say goodbye and part with it and try and get a new car. And ultimately, it just kind of worked out, I guess. I blew a shock, and I was putting on, no, I didn't blow a shock. Well, I did, but that's not the purpose. I popped one of my tires on like a nail or something, and it wasn't like a pop, it was like a very slow leak, but I just put my summer tires on, and then while my dad was putting on my summer tires, he realized that I had busted a shock or something. And he was just like, I think that's the nail in the coffin, because now like we actually have to decide whether or not we're gonna put money into it or we're gonna do it. And so originally I was going to lease a car, but I had a very specific budget because I'm not the wealthiest person in the world. I'm very grateful for what I have, but at the end of the day, I'm a financially independent woman who is working in the childcare industry. So do with that what you will. I'm very blessed for what I have at the age of 22, but I definitely am not a Rockefeller. Yeah. So it ended up, I was originally going to lease a car because I thought that was the best option, but it ended up being a better option to finance a car. So I got a used 2021 Hyundai Venue. It's a red, it's very, very cute, hence the cherry, and it is very, very, very luxurious. My little Volkswagen Rabbit clearly was very luxurious for like 2007. It had like, heated seats and like a lot of like little features that were very cute, but obviously had gotten way too old. And my heated seats, the one in the passenger seat just stopped working, and the one in the driver's seat had like an electrical issue that caused it to heat up so much, and it burnt a hole through the car seat, and also through, thank God I was wearing it, but it burnt a hole through my big winter jacket. And yeah, I'm just grateful that it didn't burn a hole through me. it literally has like a burn mark, actually 2 burn marks in the front driver's seat. So, little needless to say that the this new car feels definitely like a step up. It actually has a remote start because I got it used. It was a previously leased vehicle, but because I got it used, I was able to get kind of like the fancier trim, which was really nice. So I've got really great things. I've got like Apple CarPlay, a heated steering wheel, a sunroof. It's more gas efficient than my previous car. I'm just very, very, very pleased with it. Very excited. It is like the Hyundai Venues are a budget car. Like they're not, they're not super expensive to buy brand new. Not super expensive. But it doesn't feel like a budget car to me. I'm very, very pleased. So that is definitely my absolute favorite this month is my new car. I apologize for the sirens. Hopefully you can't hear that either. But you definitely can. But yeah, this is definitely my absolute favorite thing this month. And for this year, and for this lifetime, is my car, which I'm very excited about. Is one that I'm a little bit more embarrassed to admit that I've purchased because I've resisted for so long, but because of this new car, I've finally given in. As one knows, or maybe you don't, I feel like it's a big part of my personality, is I am a big water bottle girl. The water bottle that I have is 2.4 liters. It's huge. Huge, huge, huge. And so I absolutely love that water bottle. And now I feel like the big water bottle thing has been in for a while now with like hydro flasks and then most recently Stanley cups. And neither one of those things hold enough water for me personally. So I never really gave into it. But because I bought a new car, I didn't like not having a water bottle that fit in a cup holder. So I bought one. It's not a Stanley cup. It is a Hydra Peak. It's just from Winners. It's a dupe. It's very neon green, as you can tell. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, that's fun. It fits in a cup holder, which I really, really like. I don't know. I think it's nice enough. The features that I don't like the way it looks. I'll be honest. I don't like the way Stanley cups look. I don't like the way this looks. The kind of, cup with the handle. But there's other features that I don't love about it. It's not a screw top. It's like a suction, which I don't love. And also just the fact that it's really not spill proof. Like, you can't like put it in a bag or anything, or it's got a straw. It'll leak everywhere. And so I don't love that. But it does the job. And also, it's not as bad as I was expecting, because to kind of get the recommended water value, you need to drink 2 of these a day, which I was very bummed about because I don't like filling up a water bottle. But it's not as hard as I was initially anticipating, because this type of straw is just easier to drink water faster through. And I forgot, I actually have one more thing. And that is, I got a new perfume. This is the Pure Poison by Dior, or from Dior. It just looks like this. I actually got this probably a few months ago, I think. As you may know, I am a big perfume lover. And I was kind of realizing very slowly that I wasn't really drawn to any of the perfumes that I currently owned, but I've been trying to be less wasteful, because I used to just like get really into a scent, wear it consistently for like 6 months, and then move on from it and never go back to it. So I've been trying to kind of purge some and then keep a few that I keep rotating through. And then just one day, I just didn't want to wear any of them. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'd been thinking about getting a new perfume for, I want to say, probably close to a year at that point. But it's hard to justify spending, like, it just feels like spending like $150 on flavored water. Like, it's a little bit ridiculous. But I was like, okay, I've been thinking about it for a year now. And you know, it seems like it's time. So I went to the store and I smelled a bunch. And I'm very happy I smelled a bunch, because the one that I was thinking about getting a year before was the Narciso Rodriguez All of Me, which when I smelled at the time, I was like, love, 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 I love this. But when I went back to the store, I was like, I don't love this at all. So I'm very happy I didn't buy it a year ago when I thought about it. But I really like this one. I didn't put it on today, actually, in preparation for this video. It's strong and lasts a long time, which is pretty much my top criteria. It was more expensive than I would like, but it is the 3 mils, which is it 3 fluid ounces, 3 mil? I don't know. Can't be mil. 3 fluid ounces, I think. It's the big one. And it really hits a lot of the criteria that I wanted for me personally. Scents are very tricky because everyone, just like they have different tastes in foods, has different preferences in scent. And so for me, I think one of the problems that I've been having is perfumes smell too, like, they don't fit the type of mood that I'm in, I guess. I think a lot of the perfume that I have is very sweet and feminine leaning, and I don't always like to smell like that. I don't know if it suits me completely. Definitely like certain moods, but on like an everyday basis, I feel like it makes me feel just like a little bit off to smell like overly feminine, I guess. Maybe that's just me. And I think some people are going to be like, that the perfume that you just presented is a feminine perfume, but for me it feels more along the lines of like feminine unisex. I definitely would be surprised if I saw like a very heterosexual man, or like smell a very heterosexual man and he smelled like that, but I think like I don't think I'd really bat an eye. The top notes, there is like a lot of, I think it's white floral, which I don't typically like floral. It's something that I usually try and stay away from. But I don't find it too bad, and also I feel like the top notes are the first ones to wear off. And so, it's really like, it doesn't bother me. I feel like it wears a lot better. And there's a lot of just kind of like cleaner musk. I don't know if there's any like sandalwood or something. I should have looked it up, but I just like it. I like it a lot. I'm very happy I purchased it. It's been a very good purchase. It's been lasting a while. Obviously, you can see that there's kind of a dent in the bottle, but I used some of it to fill up a little travel one. So this isn't all just wear. I've got a little travel size now, and I've had it for a couple of months at least. I'm trying to see. It's kind of more telling when you flip the bottle upside down. Although scary. But the travel bottle is full. And I think one spray of it goes a long way. Anyway, I'm very, very pleased with it. So I've also been really enjoying that. I'm smelling it right now and I really like it. Anyway, those are my favorites. I'm very, very pleased that you guys decided to watch my video. And I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you soon.